Hi, I'm Tim from Bellomoto. I'm the lead mechanic here, and I'm going to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about two-stroke oil and the proper ratios for vintage Vespas and Lambretta scooters. We always use a high-quality synthetic oil in any of our bikes that we sell or service. This one's from SIP, one of the leading scooter shops in the world, based out of Germany. This is just their brand of two-stroke oil, fully synthetic. Synthetic oil technology has really changed the game as far as like uh, two-stroke motors and being more clean burning and with less emissions and just running better with less chance of the engine seizing. What we have right here next to us is a Rally 200 from 1976. This one actually has an auto lubrication system, so it mixes in the two-stroke oil as you ride it with a separate oil tank right here. So you just add regular gasoline into the tank here, and then you just fill up your oil tank. And as you drive it, there is a sight glass up here that will let you know that you still have two-stroke oil present in the system, as long as this is not completely clear. And as you can see, we do. So this will mix automatically at 2%, which is also what most rotary valve Vespa models are recommended to be mixed at. So that's like a 50-to-1 ratio, or maybe like 2.5 ounces to every gallon. So you'd add a gallon of gas. If this was not an auto lube, you'd add a gallon of gas, and then you'd get your cup here, which this cup's already labeled for a 2% mixture, which is the most common. So we just kind of put a little line there. It's kind of hard to see. So for every gallon, you'd basically just put in this 2.5 ounces into the gasoline, and it mixes it as you ride. Some of the older models of Vespas had a greater ratio. The piston-ported models, like the GS160, SS180, those were recommended to be at 5%. With the modern synthetic oils, you can go down to 4% without any problems. But originally, those were recommended at 5%. And the older ones, the like Faro Bassos and the very earliest Vespas from the 40s, actually had a 6% ratio. So that was, north of 7 ounces per gallon you needed to add, and a lot smokier. You can imagine back in the day on the streets of Rome or something, how much smokier those scooters would have been. Today, like with modern synthetic oils, things are way more clean burning. You use less oil. The oil is of better quality, and the engines tend to run better, last longer, and run cooler. So getting the right ratio is important, but with the mixing cups and the modern oils, it's pretty foolproof. Even more foolproof when you've got the auto lube system. As far as Lambrettas go, most of those are recommended to be from the factory at like a 5% mixture, but we find that going down to like 4% or even like 3.5% is very well tolerated by those motors, and you get a lot less smoke and less fouling of the spark plugs as well. So that's a little bit about ratios as they pertain to two-stroke oils and getting the best out of two-stroke motors that we work with here.